So, yeah, let's just do a versus. We'll do a practice game or CPU game. Yes, CPU game. We'll do it against the trainer, weak AI. Yeah, let's just do a standard variant. I'm not going to play this game to completion, I don't think. We'll see. There's a bunch of different variations. But yeah, let's just do a standard game of chess. Okay, so it's a pretty normal game of chess going on here. So I'm just gonna like move pawn, submit move. Oh, he's bringing out a horse. I like that. Yeah. Let's get that up. Let's bring that horse back in time. Interesting. Now that means he's abandoned this timeline. So if I duplicate this timeline, it's going to be a duplicate that doesn't have his knight in it. So I can take my knight, and so, okay, understanding movement. I can move my knight. Oh, right. Yeah. Actually can't. I don't think I can make this move yet. I think I have to make a move over here first. Yeah, I do. So, what am I going to do here? I am going to... Let's see. Pick that up. Alright, cool. So now, here's some of the crazy stuff that we can do. So, like, I can take my knight. Okay. Now, knight moves 2 in one direction and then 1 in another. But that 2 in one direction, that 1 in another can be back in time. So I can move my knight back here. And so now my knight has time traveled, creating a new reality. And in this new timeline, much like the new timeline he made when he time traveled his knight, things are a bit different. And among those differences, right? Now I traveled back in time to a time when he did have his knight, so that wasn't necessarily the smartest play, but I'm just sort of giving demonstrations. Among those differences, I can take my rook and be like, you know what? I want my rook to be up here. Except I don't want to do that quite yet. There we go. And then I need to make a move here. And that move is going to be... there. It's making moves. Now I'm going to take this. I'm going to move him. Instead of moving him back in time, I'm just going to move him into one of the parallel realities. And being a rook, he can move any number of distances in a single direction, including along the parallel realities. So I'm going to move him here. Now that does take both of my turns for both realities, because I did a move within both realities, but it's still, yeah, very potent. In this reality, he doesn't have that knight, so he's in a much weaker attack position. Make sense? And things can get crazy, because, like, okay, so I've got a bishop, right? It's like, what can I do with my bishop? Well, yeah, my bishop could move diagonally. Of course, it's blocked by the pawns. Or it can move diagonally through like time, or diagonally through realities. Moving diagonally through realities means kind of moving straight, because the other diagonal, the other axis it's moving on, instead of it moving on x and y, it's moving on x and u for universes or multiverse. All right. So I can bring him up here and create a very different kind of threat on that board. And look at like all the pieces I've got going on that board right now. So on this board here, put this guy up here. So it moves. He took the bait. So I'll take that. If I'm rethinking it, I can be like, oh wait, I want to undo that. I want my horse, because horses, the knights can jump in like crazy ways across the realityscape, right? It's like that knight could end up here or here. It's yeah. Yeah. Now that knight is not threatening any of my pieces right now, so I'm just going to take it. I'm going to take this pawn. It's a fair trade. Got those shifted down a bit. And up here, things are getting kind of crazy. So, okay. Bait out. See if I can bait him. I don't think he'll fall for that, but we'll see. And we can keep making additional timeline. Like, we're not limited to these three. These are just the three that we made. Each of us can go back in time and make other timelines, but there is a limit, right? So it's not a total limit. This can scroll forever. The limit is, if he makes a timeline, then he can only make, like, I guess you can only make one timeline more than your opponent can, is the thing. So right now he and I have created the same number of timelines, but if I make another, which is fine, and then make another after that before he makes one, that last timeline I created isn't real yet, and it will wait until he makes one to match before it becomes real. So you don't have infinite retries if things are going badly for you in every timeline. Let's see. So I'm going to take this guy up here. I think that's the play to make. Either that or here. I move this guy up and then this guy here, so we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's actually, he's doing a lot of focusing on this location, so I think I'm going to give up on ever taking it. Yeah, I'm going to give up on ever taking that location. And I am instead... Oh man, this would be great. Yeah. I know that timeline's getting crowded, but that's okay. I'm okay with having a crowded timeline. No time travel from him. Interesting. He did take that pawn. And that's fine. That pawn advanced, which doesn't serve any purpose. So what I want to do is I want to put something here that the queen will want, but I want something else that will target it. So I'm going to meet that there. And then over here, the crowded timeline, we're going to do something awesome. We're going to take this piece, and we're going to take the horsey. But that's in a timeline where the horsey has... Oh no, that piece will just be taken right away. But if we go... No, not there. Here. Yeah. I think... No, here, because then I can threaten the rook. There we go. Okay. So he moves out to engage, but that only serves to protect the rook for one more turn, because I can now take that piece. Yeah. Hey, cool. Okay. Pawn took pawn, so now we're going to take that. We're going to take that. And here, I'm not sure what I want to do here. I need to do some work taking out some backline stuff. Running low on pieces there, though. I think I'm going to take this rook and bring him back over. Except if I do that, I don't get to take this piece here. So let's do that first. If I do take that piece, what are this piece's options? So it can strike me here. Yeah, it doesn't have options. Oh, dang. I didn't notice that. He took that pawn from me, which is just like an ideal scenario. Taking that from him. Okay. So here I just need to set up to be in a good position. I kind of feel like I want to let the queen out. She can already get out. She's fine. Line up there. Limit the knight's movement options. There we go. Ah. Yeah. No elemental chasing me. Angry that I'm doing time shenanigans. Oh, look at that. Queen came out. Queen came out to play. So she... Oh, gotcha. Dang, what a clever move. But I think... No. Alright, I gotta find another timeline where I have a piece that can go get her. Or maybe I just let her eat that pawn. Yeah, I'm gonna let her eat the pawn. And then I'm just gonna start taking pieces here. Ooh, I didn't see that. That was a good move on his part. Okay. Queen didn't take the bait. Fascinating. So much for that queen. Ooh, no, that's a bad move. Because he'll bring that rook in to take that piece. Although... That's not a terrible thing, actually. Sacrifice a bishop for a rook, or or for a knight. We'll have to think about that while I work on the other ones. Queen adjusted, I see. Okay. Oh, you know what I could do? Okay, so this seems like an obvious one. We take the bishop. There's hardly any consequence to it. This horse should move there. Okay. Queen there. And then here we're going to play... Queen there. Fair Queen came out to play. And in a dangerous way. Queen taken. Yeah, I should sleep too. I don't believe I got caught in this game. I really should be sleeping, but instead I am playing multi-dimensional chess. Okay. So this position here is not safe because that pawn can take it. She is lining up an attack. She can threaten a lot of things from that position. Okay. There's consequences in place, though, for most of those. Yeah, let's get that bishop over there. I'm going to exploit the fact that I have a large number of duplicate pieces on that timeline. Start distributing them to my other timelines to help out. Let's see how badly I get ready from that. Not too badly. Okay. Oh, awesome. Okay. Basically no consequence to taking that piece. They don't have any pieces that can get to it through the timeline. Hey, you took the pawn. And yeah, and now the queen takes you. And we start to be a genuine threat on that timeline. Okay, but meanwhile back here. Yeah, you're still guarded, so I can't risk that move yet. I could put you in check, though. I'd force you to do something drastic. Yeah. Yeah, nothing can threaten me from here. Put you in check. Force a move there. Okay. And then, can I take you? And I will be able to. I'm going to say that for next turn. The king's got to move out of the way. If only I already had a bishop with line of sight on that. Oh, here's a thought. Here's a thought. Okay. I have an idea. See? If I capture that piece, if I put the king in check, then the king has to move, right? So this piece is going to have no, not gonna be able to target that. Okay, yeah, we gotta do this. Yeah, that's the best option. Force a move. and then get my other dimensions lined up. Ooh. The queen wants to come out and play. Okay. So let's see what kind of multi-dimensional attacks I can launch against this. Queens are powerful. But really, it was the bishop that had the craziest play. If the bishop drops in there, and I can line up a piece that can take that from... Okay. King will be in check. He has to either take the piece with the queen, but then king's still in check. I take it. If he takes the piece with his king, then I just need to have a piece that can target through to where the king would be. So I just need to move this guy here, and her target radius in that reality will include where the king would be. And I believe that might be checkmate, but I'm going to continue trying to make good plays over here. By putting this king into check as well. Time travel shenanigans. Sent the king back in time. Man, really, really working on this. All right. I mean, this is still the best play right here. And that's it. That's checkmate. I won. I won. Let me show you how that's checkmate. So their king here, threatened by my queen. My queen can also threaten their king in the past. So that queen is awesome. And down here, I also have checkmate. Because, oh yeah, because my queen can go in the past and threaten their king back there. And I have checkmate across dimensions with my bishop. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 assassinated kings. Ah. 4 out of the 6 timelines resulted in my victory. And this timeline became defunct anyway because I never created an additional timeline. So see how it has no future. I think. I don't actually know. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but Yeah, so I'm probably gonna totally VOD, clip, not clip, what's the word? Um, I'm gonna make a little video on this and just, yeah, show this playthrough. It is important to understand that this was the easiest AI. This is like the training AI for learning the game. I'm sure that the higher end AIs would kick my butt right now, but I'm learning, getting better. So thank you everyone for watching, and yeah, this is 5D chess with multiverse time travel. Technically, only 4-dimensional, because the third dimension on the board is just aesthetics, which I believe should be used to give the pawns their own little hats. Different colored hats. You can track their movements. I think that would be cute. Yeah. Thank you everybody for watching, and have a great night.